Shri Sai Satcharita, Chapter 18 and 19, Part 4. Hearing this story carefully and attentively and marking its significance and appropriateness, Hemant Pant was most agreeably surprised. On seeing this wonderful Leela of Baba, he was moved from top to toe. He was overflowing with joy. His throat was choked and he was not able to utter a single word. Shama, on seeing him in this condition, asked him, "What is the matter with you? Why are you silent? How shall I describe the innumerable Leelas of Baba?" Just at this time, the bell in the masjid began to ring, proclaiming that the noon worship and aarti ceremony had begun. Therefore, Shama and Hemant Pant hurried to the masjid. Bapu Sahib Jog had just started the worship. Women were up in the masjid and men were standing below in the open courtyard. And they were all singing the aarti in chorus to the accompaniment of drums. Shama went up, pulling Hemant Pant with him. He sat to the right and Hemant Pant in front of Baba. On seeing them, Baba asked Hemant Pant to give the dakshina brought from Shama. He replied that Shama gave namaskars in lieu of rupees and that he was there in person. Baba said, "All right, now let me know whether you both had a chit chat, and if so, tell me all that you talked about." Not minding the sounds of the bell, the drum, and the chorus songs, Hemant Pant was eager to tell Baba what they had talked about and started to narrate it. Baba was also anxious to hear, and so he left the bolster and leaned forward. Hemant Pant said all that they talked about was very pleasant, especially the story of the old lady was most wonderful, and that on hearing it, he thought that his Leela was inexplicable, and under the guise of that story, he really blessed him. Baba then said, "Wonderful is the story. How were you blessed? I would like to know everything in detail from you. So, tell me all about it." Then Hemant Pant related in full the story which he had heard a little while before and which had made a lasting impression on his mind. Hearing this, Baba was much pleased and asking him, "Did the story strike you and did you catch its significance?" He replied, "Yes, Baba, the restlessness of my mind has vanished and I have got true peace and rest and come to know the true path." Then Baba spoke as follows: "My method is quite unique. Remember well this one story and it will be very useful to get the knowledge, realization of the self. Dhyan, meditation is necessary. If you practice it continuously, the vrittis, subtle thoughts will be pacified. Being quite desireless, you should meditate on God, who is in all the creatures, and when the mind is concentrated, the goal will be achieved. Meditate always on my formless nature, which is knowledge, incarnate consciousness, and bliss. If you cannot do this, meditate on my form from top to toe, as you see here night and day. As you go on doing this from vrittis, your vrittis will be single pointed, and the distinction between the dhyata, meditator, dhyana, act of meditation, dhya, thing meditated upon, will be lost, and the meditator will be one with the consciousness and be merged in the Brahma. The mother tortoise is on one bank of the river and her young ones are on the other. She gives neither milk nor warmth to them. Her mere loving glance gives them nutrition. The young ones do nothing but remember, meditate upon their mother. The tortoise glance is to the young ones the only source of sustenance and happiness. Similar is the relation between the Guru and disciples. When Baba uttered these words, the chorus of the Aarti songs was over and all cried out loudly in unison. Victory be to our Sadguru Sai Maharaj, who is pure consciousness, knowledge, and bliss. Dear readers, let us imagine that we are at this time standing amongst the crowd in the masjid, and let us join them in this Jai Jaikar. After the Aarti ceremony was over, Prasad was distributed. Bapu Sahib Jog came forward as usual and after saluting Baba, gave into his palm a handful of sugar candy. Baba pushed all this into the hands of Hemant Pant and said to him, "If you take the story to heart and remember it well, your state will be sweet as the sugar candy. All your desires will be fulfilled and you will be happy." Hemant Pant bowed down to Baba and implored, "Do favor me like this. Bless me, protect me always." Baba replied, "Hear the story, meditate on it, and assimilate its spirit. Then you will always remember and meditate on the Lord, who will manifest Himself to you." Dear readers, Hemant Pant got prasad of sugar candy, and we now get the prasad of sugar candy or nectar of the story. Let us drink it to our heart's content, meditate on it, and assimilate it and be strong and happy by Baba's grace. Amen. Towards the